Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's actually the afternoon. I don't usually start a vlog in the afternoon, but I've been having a kind of life admin day. I don't usually have those and I really feel like I need them more often. But it just so happens that I've ended up with a day where it wouldn't be the end of the world if I took a bit of a life admin day. So I'm taking it because honestly I never have them. Started the day with an appointment with my life coach, which I am loving. This lip gloss smells so good. It's from Vive, it's the Lip Dew. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's in Rosa, which is the same as the eyeshadow that I'm wearing. I'll tell you in a minute why I'm getting so glammed up. But yeah, the life coach that I see, who was recommended through a friend and whatever, I feel like she's somewhere between a career coach and a therapist. It's kind of like speaking to a therapist, but with actions and movement and progress. I reckon there's certain things where talking to a therapist is, I mean, I have seen a therapist before and it's amazing. And it was great for me to let stuff out. But this is quite different because it feels like we've got kind of a plan, and she very much talks about work and life and blends the two and has quite a career-y take on things. So anyway, had that appointment this morning. Not gonna go into detail. I mean, there's some things that I wish I could talk about, but then I feel like it defeats the whole point of me seeing her if I share everything on the internet. I do end up crying in every session, which is very frustrating. I'm not a big crier, so that's really interesting that I always end up crying with her. I guess it's just tricky talking about tricky things, and when you really dig deep about why you feel a certain way about things, and you find yourself saying things that you just didn't really know you felt, and it can be quite emotional. So I always feel a little bit drained after the session. Sometimes I leave the session feeling really motivated and inspired, and sometimes I just feel quite tired, and today I feel a little bit tired from our session. So I took a bit of a life admin day, and I've been kind of plotting out what we're going to do over the summer with Gray while she's off school, and just ticking a lot of things off our kind of life home list. But now I am getting ready because I have some really fun plans this evening. Going to see Take That at the O2. I was invited by Audi to go and see Take That at O2, and it's really amazing because a friend of mine, Andy, who you guys might remember because he is the kind of lead singer of Mama's Gun, he wrote Take That's latest single, which is the headline single of their latest album, and it's the name of the tour. So I'm so excited to be able to go and see them perform that song and go to the tour, and it's just so amazing. I'm so happy for him. So yeah, I was so excited to be invited, and I got a +1, so I'm taking my sister Jojo. She's a mega Take That fan. Well, she was a Take That fan back in the day, but they're just great performers. I wouldn't even say I'm a mega Take That fan. They're just such great performers. They've got big anthem songs, so it's going to be amazing to see them in a stadium, and I think we're in a box, which is amazing. It's funny, they were invited by Audi, and they emailed me and they were like, what time would you like us to send a car to pick you up? And I emailed back and I was like, don't worry, it's super easy for us to just jump on the tube. It's probably quicker. We're happy to get the tube, don't worry, we don't need a car. Because I normally turn down cars, it just feels so fancy. I can so easily jump on the tube. And they were like, no, we'd love to send an Audi as part of the experience. I was like, oh my god, of course they would. I'm such an idiot. That's literally the whole point, is that we go in an Audi and get the whole Audi car experience. I'm such an idiot. So they are sending a car, and I'm excited to see what kind of car it is and the whole experience of the evening. So thank you so much to Audi. I'm very excited for this evening. Haven't been to a big concert for actually no, that's a lie. I went to John Mayer recently with my dad, but it's different in a box. Very fun. So I've got myself a little bit dressed up, and because I haven't been out for the whole morning, I could actually take my time doing my makeup. Let me quickly tell you what I'm wearing on my face. As my base, I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation, which is so nice. I tend to kind of just put on a thin layer and then build it up slightly around the middle. And then concealer-wise, I've used the Vive concealer, which is slightly too light for me. I really need to get a darker colour. Look at the difference between those colours. But I kind of made it work. For bronzer, I used the Makeup by Mario bronzer, which I'm really enjoying as a cream bronzer. So it's really gross, but look, I've totally hit pan on it. Really enjoying that. And blusher, I used Merit Fox, one that I use often, a really nice cream blush. I did add a little bit of highlighter, and I used this one from Reason which is the highlighter duo. It comes with a cream and a powder. I actually used a little bit of the powder, which you can see that's really nice there. On my eyes, I thought instead of doing my usual camel, I went for Vive Rose Eye Wand. So it's a slightly, can you see, like a slightly pinky tone. Because the brush that I use has a bit of brown on it, it kind of like is like pink and blended out to brown, which I really like. And then I put it on the bottom as well, and to balance it out, I used a brown liquid liner from Beauty Pie. Mascara wise, so I'm rushing through this, but I'll link it all down below. I used Hourglass Unlocked, which is a really nice mascara. And then, as you just saw, I added the Vive Lip Dew in Rosa. My hair is short, so I thought I'd pop on some big earrings. These are from Missima. I'm wearing a plain black t-shirt, and then I'll show you in a moment, I'm wearing grey wide leg trousers and a belt, so it's like smart casual. Maybe I'll just put on some like Converse or something, because I feel like that's appropriate for a concert. I'm not going straight out though. I do have to pick up Gray from school, so I'm gonna look like the most overdressed mum in the playground, but I'm gonna pick up Gray from school and take her straight to Smith Toys. I want her to kind of look around and see if there's anything she wants to add to her birthday list, which sounds really like spoilt, but it's more like I just want to make sure she gets things that she actually wants. Like, she's having a small party and people are gonna ask what she wants. So I'm just gonna take her to the toy shop and we're gonna look around and see if there's anything. Obviously I'm not gonna force anything. Like, I really wanna make sure she gets, like, you know, presents that, like, experiences as well. My friend bought for her someone who comes to your house and plats their hair and does glitter in their hair, and it's like a whole experience. So we're doing that the morning of her party. That's a great idea. She loves going to the theatre, so my mum might get her tickets to go to see something on the theatre. Like, not all toys, but I just want to go and see if there is anything that she likes from the toy shop. One of the mums from her class did a really great idea actually, and if we were doing a party with like the whole class, I would probably say this as well, because no kid needs like 30 presents. It's just crazy. One of the other mums did this thing where they sent in the WhatsApp group and said, like, looking forward to having you all at the party this weekend. Please don't feel like you have to get my kid a present. If you would like, and no pressure, you can sellotape a £1 or a £2 coin into the card, and then they can go and buy whatever they want with the, like, they'll probably get like £30 or something with the money they get. And I just thought that's such a good idea, because for the people going to the party, £1 or £2 really isn't much, but to a kid, having all of those £1 or £2 coins is a lot, and they can go and choose that like 1 or 2 or even more things that they really want. I just thought that was so clever. So I just wanted to share that in case any of you hadn't heard of that idea before. Okay, let's go downstairs. I've actually got some stuff I want to chat to you guys about, and then I need to go get Gray. First of all, we are very close to getting our built-in bench dining area in motion. My brother-in-law is making the bench as we speak. So Richard's brother makes amazing kitchens. He has his own kitchen design company and like a warehouse in his garden where he makes the kitchens. He is very kindly making our built-in bench for us. So that is happening right now, and I think he's coming down next Friday to fit it. So hopefully I'm going to try and vlog that. I don't know if it'll be in this vlog or the next vlog, but I've had to like get going with like actually making some decisions. So I've made the decision on what color paint the bench is going to be. Let me take you behind. Let me turn you around. Okay, so the color of the bench is going to be this, which is not showing true to color. It's this paint, Little Green Arras, but we're going to do it in a gloss. So Rebecca Wakefield, the interior designer that I worked with for this, who also did my bedroom years ago, recommended doing it in a gloss paint, which I really like the idea of. I think it would be really cool. So it's going to be like this kind of color. I got a few samples, but this one, the other one that she suggested was a little bit too dark brown. This is like a little bit maroony. It's like a rusty, reddy brown. And I just think it's cool. I never ever would have thought of using that color, but I think it goes nicely with our kitchen and with all the wood, and it will warm up the white. And then for the bench cushion, which I really want to get made soon, because once the bench is in, it'll be really annoying to not have a cushion on it. So these are all the samples that I've ordered. I've got a classic red stripe, candy stripe fabric, and then from this other company I've got, let's take these off for a minute, a few different types of stripes. This is their red stripe. So the difference, this one's very much like red and white, a smaller stripe, and this one is wider, maybe a little bit more pink. The white isn't as white, wider. It looks a bit more like linen-y. So I got the red, I got the gray, and the navy. I do love the navy. I thought I would really like that, but actually when I put it with this paint, It feels a little bit too contrasty. I just don't think it works. I'm scrapping that one. This almost looks like a light blue from afar, which is really nice, but it says it's grey, but I would say it's more of like a duck egg blue. I think that works really nicely, but equally I think the red works quite nicely. I think whichever I choose, if I can, if it's not too expensive, I might do the trim of the cushion in the other colour. So if I go for like the bluey one, I think I'll get the trim of the cushion in a red. If I go for a red, I think I'll get the trim of the cushion in a blue, because I think that would be really nice if it's not too expensive. I feel like I need to decide like today. It's a life admin day. It's a day for making decisions. But I'm very excited at the idea of actually having a built-in bench. Like, I can't believe it's happening. I think it's gonna change the space a lot. Yeah, and I'll definitely share it with you guys when it happens. Guys, I want to chat to you about things I have been watching and listening to. I haven't really done that in a little while. Hoping the lighting's okay here, because I'm like between my lounge and the middle area of my house, and it's like darker here and brighter here, and let's just hope this setup is okay. But aside from the fact that I'm rewatching Nashville, don't ask why. I know it's quite like a cheesy TV series, but I loved it, and I'm just rewatching it as a bit of like a escape when you just want something on and you can scroll and not feel like you're missing out, and it's just like music and cheesy, and I love it. Apart from that, I went to see Back to Black, and I wanted to chat about it on here because it's been quite controversial. Back to Black is the new film about Amy Winehouse, and when the trailer was released online, which I just always feel like it's a bit like judging a book by its cover. Like when a trailer is released, I don't know, people just jump on it with their opinions, which I always think is a bit crazy, because how can you really judge something until you've seen it? But people on TikTok like lost their mind. They were so angry about the girl who plays Amy. Like, people just like really didn't like the trailer, and it set the tone. Like, even I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to see it. I feel like it's gonna ruin my memory of her, and I just really wasn't sure. And then I thought, you know what, I'm actually gonna see it. I feel like I have quite a connection with Amy Winehouse and her music in terms of like being a North London Jewish girl. She was like 2 years above one of my best friends at her school. I was very much like a big fan of her first album when it launched. I know that some people only really knew Amy Winehouse once like Rehab came out, the song, and she became like really famous, but I very much was a fan of hers from the start. Actually more of a fan at the beginning, and then like towards the end of her career, as I'd kind of grown up as well, there was just like more going on. Quite invested at the start, and I don't know if that makes a difference when watching the film, because a lot of the film was like really nostalgic for me. The scenes, you know, I was very much like a teenager that spent a lot of time in Camden, so I could really like connect with it. But I thought it was so good. I was so, like, honestly, 10 minutes into the film, I turned to my sister and I was like, I really love this film. And I was just expecting to hate it. And my elder sister, who actually works in the music industry and knows a lot of people, a lot of like the characters in the film, she would be the first person to say she hates it. Like, I was fully expecting her to be like, nope, I hated it. And she loved it as well. So I'm really surprised at like the negative response it's had. I thought the girl who played Amy was brilliant. Like, you're never gonna be Amy Winehouse. And before the film, I thought, why didn't they just use her original voice recordings for the songs? It would have just made everyone a lot happier. But actually, I thought she did a brilliant job, and I wasn't thinking the whole way through like, oh, this isn't Amy singing. I thought it was so good. I definitely think the actress is like more similar to Amy Winehouse in her earlier years. Like, she really reminds me of her when she was younger, before she really got famous. But I think she did a really good job. I think the film was like supposed to be more from like Amy's perspective, so it's quite neutral. It doesn't like put a blame on anyone, which is maybe why a lot of people got quite angry watching it, because it doesn't put the blame on certain people for what happened to her. But I don't think that was the point of the film. I think it was just meant to be a celebration of her journey, her talent, and from like her perspective. Although saying that, I do think Amy Winehouse would hate the film. I really enjoyed it, and I would say don't judge it on the trailer, don't judge it on social media's reaction. Just go see it for yourself and see what you think. You're always gonna get people who love it and hate it. I really enjoyed it. I actually think I would see it again. And now I can't stop listening to Frank, the first album, because it's so good. Another thing that I'm listening to that I feel like could also be controversial, why there's so many like millennial controversial things at the moment. It's a new podcast called Miss Me by Lily Allen and Makita Oliver. Can I just point out that I think the cover photo for the podcast is really bad. It looks like some sort of like murder mystery podcast, like, or they're like, looks like they're posing for a school photo. It just does not give away what the podcast is at all. What it actually is two friends catching up. And when I first saw this podcast like announced, I was like, why has BBC shoved Lily Allen and Mikita Oliver together and they're trying to make a thing out of it? But I had no idea that they've been friends their entire life. And once I realized that, I was like, ooh, this is interesting, because it's a bit like listening to the high-low, but it's two people that I can relate to more and I enjoy hearing them speak more. Again, a lot of their like references, like London references, I feel quite connected to, but even so, without that, two friends who are often like long distance catching up, and it's so nice. It just makes such a change from most podcasts these days are guest based, and yes, I do like listening to some of those, and if it's a guest I'm interested in, like I just listened to Will Young on Elizabeth Day How to Fail podcast, and I loved that because I love Will Young. But there's no pressure with the Miss Me, Lily Allen, Mikita Oliver podcast. It's just them catching up, and they're very funny, they're very clever, very witty, and they tell good stories, and they seem to be open books. I always found when I did a podcast, I want to be an open book. I love being an open book, but there are some things I'm just too nervous to talk about on the internet, and I'm just like always terrified of being cancelled, whereas I don't think they have that fear. For whatever reason, they don't seem to have that fear, and it's so nice to hear it. It's so nice to hear them talking candidly about all kinds of things that I would not talk about, but they're just doing it, and they know that some people are going to hate it, some people might relate to it, and I don't necessarily agree with everything, but it's such a nice podcast to listen to. It's very like, I think it's very much aimed at millennials, and I don't know, even talking about this, I'm like, oh, are people, is Lily Allen and Mikita Oliver controversial? I don't know, I haven't done my research. I like the podcast, and I think if you're a similar age to me, you will like it too. I've recommended it to a few friends, and I've just like, I binged it. Honestly, I binged it, and now I'm up to date, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a good one. How are they going to keep finding things to talk about? Like, are they going to run out, or are they just going to keep going? I think they'll keep going. They've always got stuff to talk about. A bit like me, apparently. This section is long. Haven't yet started watching Baby Reindeer, which is such a weird name, but apparently that's very good. I need to try that. But yeah, those are the things that I've been watching and listening to and really been enjoying. Guys, I showed these in, I got these in that Tesco video that I was filming. They're the Callow veggie cakes. They're lentil and pea veggie cakes with beetroot and balsamic. Honestly, if you'd said that to me, I'd be like, they sound all right. These are so good, and every time I've made someone try one, like my mum, Rich, Gray, they are obsessed, they're addicted. Because they're lentil and pea, they're really lightweight and like airy, and the balsamic vinegar and beetroot gives them this like tangy taste. They're almost like a healthy Monster Munch. They're so addictive. I can't stop eating them. They're so good. I need to stock up. I did want to share another recommendation with you guys. This is a bit of a random one, but if you have any kids in your life, can we just talk about the fact that everyone gets their kids Crocs? It's like the thing to do, right? Whether you're going on holiday or you just want them to have shoes where they can go out into the garden. If you ask any parent or someone with kids, they'll be like, yeah, Crocs. Every time I've got my kids Crocs, so I got some like secondhand on Vinted, or like I think Gray had some new ones when she was little. They're really annoying shoes. They have this strap where you can put forward or back, but you don't really tend to put it forward. I don't know if this is a thing. My nephew calls it sport mode. Is that a thing? You don't really tend to do that until they're older, because they can't run with shoes that are backless. They'll fall over. So that's more for when they're older. When they're little, you need the strap at the back. They are such a pain to get on. Is it just my kids and their feet? They do have quite wide feet, but they're always like such a squeeze to get on. If your feet are wet or sandy, they rub. They're just the most annoying shoe, and I don't really understand why everyone has them, because they never seem to work out for us. When we were in France, Gray was wearing sandals, and she was getting annoyed with them, and she was like, I don't want to wear my shoes. So I popped into a little shop to see if they had any Crocs, because I'm like, this is what people get, they have Crocs. I didn't know there was any other option. And they didn't have Crocs, but they had something that looked similar, and I think I've discovered the best alternative to Crocs, a better Croc. These are from, is it Havaiana? You know, they're like flip-flop brand. Sorry if I'm like being a complete idiot and everyone knows about these apart from me, but I've never heard anyone talk about them. They look like Crocs. They've got that same rubbery, plasticky vibe, very lightweight, easy, airy, you know, like a Croc. But the difference is the back is an elastic. So they're so easy. The kids can put these on themselves. The elastic like gives you room to breathe, and it's not this like hard strap at the back. Honestly, these are so good. These are greys. I'm definitely gonna get some for Rudy for the summer. I'm never buying Crocs again. Just had to share that with you. Never forget where you're coming from. That was the last song played at my wedding.
The best song ever.
I think it's probably the last song played at everyone's wedding. We're ready. I've taken Grace to the toy shop. That's all been and done and happened, and now we're just waiting for our chauffeur. Very posh. Don't know any of their new stuff.
I do.
Apart from that one song,
I'm
obviously.
a little bit shocked because this morning I said to my kids, I'm going to see Take That tonight.
And they didn't know
and
who
they
they
both went, well, the little one didn't know, but the older ones were like, who's Take That? So I played all their best hits. And
I was just playing.
Nope, never heard. I was like, wait, hang on, what about this
Why
one?
would they?
And then I thought, okay, I won't do the old ones, I'll do the new ones. So I played like Shine.
Oh yeah.
No, had never heard. Honestly.
That is sad. I was just playing to Grey as well. All I do each night is pray. I was playing that one. I don't think they're gonna... Do you reckon they'll do many of the old ones?
Yeah, they have to.
They have to. Right guys, we're in the car. Look, we've got fancy screens. Very fancy. What's this? Audi, Take That. Thrilled to be joining us. VIP experience. Yeah, let's not mess with the car. Turns out you can't really park anywhere near the O2. So, pouring with rain.
Excuse me.
There's loads of people over there.
There's a puddle.
Okay, let's go. Should have brought an umbrella. Actually, I don't even think you're allowed to take umbrellas in. Where was it where I went where they made me leave my umbrella outside? This one, Audi 214. Guys, look how cool this is. The Audi box looking very, very smart. Oh wow. Oh my god, they've got a massive TV on the screen. Wait, let me do like a slow zoom in. That is very cool. We just got very excited because as we walked in, they were playing This Life, which is, as I've said 3 times already, our friend's song that he wrote for Take That. And they were playing it on like, there was loads of trumpets playing it, and we filmed it for him.
Chances pass me by, a million chances to hold you. All I do is shine this break. That I'll be a part of you again someday. This life with no bed of roses. Today's the greatest day. Here it is. This is what we've been waiting for.
Okay, we're in the car on the way home. That was epic. It was actually seriously very good because they didn't just stand on stage and like sing all their songs. It was like a very well crafted show. The stage was like an old TV, and it was like
They told a story about their life of being in Take That.
it was like 1998 this happened, and then you like, and there it was like 70s. It reminded me of like a 60s TV show.
There was a bridge.
There was
a bridge.
No,
down.
not like a bridge of a song.
No, like an actual bridge. And they climbed over the bridge.
Halfway through I was like, Jojo, have you seen the bridge? She's like, where? I'm like, there's a bridge.
And then they came from the...
And they sung in the middle. I love when people sing in the middle of
me
an
too.
arena.
They were very, very, very good.
It was really good. They sung some great songs. They obviously ended on Never Forget, classic.
No, they didn't end on that. That was their second to last. They ended on... Oh, hang on. Wait.
They did Relight My Fire.
They ended on...
You gotta be strong enough to walk on through the night.
Why didn't we film their last song? Never Forget was the second to last.
Yeah.
And then they ended on...
They did Back for Good, Never Forget, and then...
Shine? Was it Shine?
Oh! Something about a good day.
From Circus album.
Today this could be the greatest day of our lives.
Greatest day.
Told you something to do with the day.
Which was quite clever. Because it meant the people that were waiting for Never Forget could leave.
Yes.
And then the people that didn't need to leave because we're in an Audi Stay for the last one.
It was great. It was very good. I had a great time. Jojo's now Googling everyone from Take That because she needs to know everything about their life. Just wore my spot sticker to school drop off. I normally wear these overnight. I don't go out with them, but this spot just came up this morning, so it hasn't had time to like fix it yet. But I think all the kids, all the like cool TikTok kids actually wear these out. My niece is always wearing them, which I think is hilarious because, I mean, one of the mums was like, Lily, you've still got your sticker on your face, because she thought that Gray had been like playing with me in the morning and putting stickers on my face. I was like, no, it's fine, I know it's a spot sticker. So yeah, it's almost a week later after Take That. Had a really lovely weekend, busy, and today I'm heading to Westfield. I feel like this vlog has been long already, so I'm not going to vlog much, but I'm heading to Westfield. I've got a lot of stuff to get. In May, 3 of my nephews have a birthday and Gray has a birthday. I actually have uncles and cousins with birthdays in May as well, but let's not count those for now. A lot of the kids in my family have birthdays in May. It's crazy. So I've got a lot of presents to get. I've got a lot of like party bag stuff for Gray's birthday to sort. Yeah, some bits to tick off my list. So let's go to Westfield. Okay, turns out I'm terrible at vlogging today. We've just been on like a mission to get stuff sorted, but I did get for Gray's party. Very happy about this, although they didn't have as many as I needed, so I'll have to get some online. But from the works, look at these, they're little colour-in party bags. So you can colour it in and they come with felt tips attached, which I thought was very clever. I'm still wearing my spot sticker. Actually, I keep forgetting, it's quite embarrassing. Also got these for Gray. Who remembers these? Little baby's bottles, and then when you turn them, they empty. Why does it not look like it's emptied? Oh yeah, there you go. That's so cute. What's the other one meant to be? Orange? Oh yeah, milk and juice. Very cute. We've just stopped at Bao to have a lunch. They do like a deal where it's 2 baos and a side. Okay, I got a pork bao bun and a chicken bao bun and some vegetable dumplings. There's a Blank Street coffee now in Westfield, so I got myself an iced latte, and now I'm gonna head and get my eyebrows done. I didn't get them done too long ago, but they seem to be growing very quickly at the moment, so I'm going to go to Blink and get my eyebrows threaded. Just popped into H&M Home, and I really love this little shell dish. How nice would that be for olives or nuts? But Rich would absolutely kill me if I got it, because I've got so many little bowls that I never use. Okay, eyebrows are done. She filled them in, so they're looking a little bit strange because they're thicker than I normally do them, but it feels good to have them done. I was just looking in West Elm, it's so nice in there. Okay, I'm home and I thought I'd show you just a few bits that I picked up because I was a terrible vlogger whilst there. I did go to Primark. I don't shop in Primark for myself. I sometimes look at their home bits. The kids stuff is quite good and they grow out of their clothes so quickly, so I do sometimes look in Primark for the kids, I have to say. And I got some bits of Gray for her birthday, like a Barbie hat, she's gonna love that, an umbrella because Rudy has his own Paw Patrol umbrella and she really wanted one. Look how good this is. I thought that was so nice from Primark Home, and it will go with our new like wavy bench. Thought that would be good for bananas, so gonna give that a little clean. Really love that. Exfoliating gloves for myself, I got those from Boots. I got these for Gray's bedroom. I'm really hoping they'll fit. I'll go upstairs with you in a minute and check. But the idea is to hang them and fill them with colouring pens, which Rudy will then take out and probably draw all over the walls. But you know, let's see, let's hope. But that's what I'll go take you up to her bedroom in a minute. That's what I did her 2 bookcases. I did one of them upside down with the intention of doing that. I just don't know if they're gonna fit. Barbie rucksack. You can tell what phase she's in at the moment. Look how cute these are. I thought they were so nice. I wish I could get them in adult size. So I've also got some of those party bags, which I showed you earlier. I just still think that is such a good idea for a party bag. Right, I now need to go and hide all of this somewhere in the house. Oh, let's go see if these fit. Okay, it's a bit of a mess in here, but yeah, I did 2 bookshelves this way, and then I turned the bottom one upside down so we could put some things on top. And then the idea here, at the moment she's got hairbands, but the idea was to hang. Oh my god, this is so going to work. Let's move all the stuff out the way. 1. Yes, this is so going to work. 2, 3. And then, do you know what? I could put like colouring pens in one. I could put like her Tonys in these. I think that is so cute. Happy with that. Could probably fit another one, but I don't think I need another one. Right guys, I'm gonna leave the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one next week. Bye.